Yeah, Kavita, we are live. Please go ahead.
So we can start now.
Good morning. Good morning. I hope I am audible and visible. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, all. I can only see few participants. I am a little concerned because I see Mahesh and Vinod are more people joining.
Sir, students will be streaming, watching through the YouTube streaming, and they will be raising their questions in the Google form attached in the YouTube description itself. Since the crowd is 5K, so we thought like the YouTube streaming would be the better option, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. So how will I know what questions they ask? Would they be able to?
I'll be able to raise it here because I also have the questions list, and the same has been shared with Mr. Balagopalan as well. So we both will be able to value in case if the questions are coming in, I'll raise it. So basically the session we have made it to just to give you a heads up that almost 60% of the students have enrolled for the BIA course, and we got a very good feedback from their course as well. And almost 31 students have registered for the final exam, and still we have 5 days time to close the registration. So we wanted you to address the session, how the course will help them a bit more in their future opportunities and how to prepare for their final examination, because this course is quite difficult and not like similar to other courses. So this is completely a core thing. So we just wanted your feedback more on this so that will help the students as well.
Okay. I'm trying to share my screen. I'm not sure if. Okay, you can see my board. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Kavita, for that briefing. And I'm very heartened to hear that there is overwhelming interest and also good participation on the business intelligence and analytics course. In fact, this course has been customized for the ICMI audience. Um, Basically, this course is broadly meant for management uh, graduates who go to industry to manage um, technology and also use analytics in their decision making. So that is a broader perspective of the course. But when it comes to finance and accounting as a domain of practice, there are other nuances. So we have tried to include an introduction to accounting information systems. And also towards the end, we try to end up with more future applications of analytics and data science and machine learning combined on the field of accounting. Okay, so that was an effort to customize, and of course, we have excluded certain topics which we thought won't be very relevant to you. So to make it less hard for you, if you think it is hard, actually it is not. Um, I generally say analytics has three foundations. So if you see analytics as a sort of uh, final or a platform on which you stand and say address problems. So problems could be from business or any domain. Business analytics actually addresses business problems. Okay, so it's not a course on statistics where you learn statistical techniques, but you should be able to use those techniques to solve business problems. That's the idea. So as you have seen in the course, it starts with thought process as to what is the business problem and what are the techniques that are available to address those problems. So you need to have two capabilities here. One eye should be on the problem side, or other eye should be on the technique or algorithms, or the 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 algorithmic side of analytics. So I say the three pillars of analytics could be seen as: one is I would say, science. Okay. So analytics teaches you to use scientific techniques in uh, problem solving. Okay. So actually there is a business problem, and then you actually translate that problem into an analytics problem instead. See, I heard that discussion on that is called the thought process. Okay, so and in that thought process, basically you are discovering either science. By science I means it could be certain algorithms. Algorithms come from computer science. That's why I say it is there is science involved. It you may be using certain, say, statistical models. Okay, so this may say if you use a regression or a logit, etc., which we have seen in classification. This comes from statistics. Okay, statistics is also a science. Okay, and so these are, and you may actually describe a model using a mathematical function. So there is maths involved. Okay, and there would also be if you are using user data. Okay, for example, you analyze, you capture data from users' behavior. Okay, so whenever you say behavior, behavior is studied using the science of psychology. Okay, so it is psychometry or psychological instruments that you use actually to collect data or to relate behavioral data with actual behavior, behavioral constructs of the mind. So you may actually also need psychology, and when you further go into, say, AI and ML, you will again see that cognitive neuroscience is one science that drives AI because AI emulates human mind. So therefore, you will see uh, analytics foundation is on science. Okay, and if you are allergic to science, there is a problem. Okay, so you should be able to build on scientific concepts from fundamentals. So that's why I emphasize the need for uh, basic statistics and probability as a foundational lesson, and of course that will also connect with maths, and I would see it together, the maths and statistics that is required to understand data, to understand what is a sample, what is sample characteristics, and how do you actually infer about a population from a sample, the sampling theory. All that is actually based on sciences. Okay. So that is one aspect. So this is pillar number one. Okay. There is also another pillar which is, so this is science here. The next pillar would be that of technology. Okay. Science and technology are not the same. Okay. You actually have to familiarize with technology, which may be implementing scientific science or scientific principles. Okay, or technology is based on scientific principles. So in this course, for example, you learned about databases, okay, data warehouse. Okay. You learned programming like SQL. Okay, you learned some aspects of Python. Okay. You learned to work with, say, certain uh, tools that will help you prepare data, even the spreadsheet, okay, that you use. These are all technology, okay. They in the tool form, okay, in a form. Technology. What is the definition of technology? Technology is any endeavor that makes human effort easy. Okay? That's all what technology is. A needle and thread is actually a technology. So, but when we talk about technology, technology stands for tools that help you do or solve your problem efficiently. Okay. For example, if it is a small data set, if your data consists of 10 or 5 or 10, you don't need many of these tools. You can manually calculate or build your models. Okay. But when you have large data sets, you need technologies like database, data warehouse, data mart, and the language that you can use to talk to the databases. Then for programming, data science, you need programming uh, because you're dealing with large volumes of data. Okay? So all that you use practically to analyze your data is the technology. Technology will be built on the sciences, right? So that's one way to look at that. And can you imagine what is, I said 3 pillars, okay? What is the third important pillar of analytics? Since there is no student here, it's hard. Kavita may answer. I don't want Kavita to answer and win the class. So this third pillar is actually the domain or the subject area. Okay? So analytics is not an imaginary problem. Okay, analytics problems come from some field. Okay, it could be healthcare, it could be financial markets. Okay, it could be something related to retail. Okay, it could be related to manufacturing. These are all domains from which the problems come. Okay, so in order to work on analytics, it's important for the analyst to understand the business domain so that the problem can be understood well. Okay, if you don't understand the problem well, then you can't actually approach it with scientific techniques. Okay, so it is the lens, or this is the problem side. So on one side, one end you have the domain and the domain problem. On the other end, you have the science, and in between you have the technology which you use to solve, practically use to solve the problem. Okay, so this is analytics. The reason why at the end of the, many of you have already gone through this course, and the reason why I'm stressing this is these 3 pillars should be strong for a student of BIA to actually demonstrate one's competence in analytics. Okay? So you have learned in this course, you have learned basically 1 and 2 problems I have picked from, say, a few domains like maybe from financial markets, from marketing related problems, say in retail, etc. So 1 or 2 or 3 domains is what I use, but you may find a job in a totally different domain. Okay, so but principles remain the same. Okay, so the thought process first, and then choice of models, variables, data, and data analysis techniques, which is based on science. That is how you apply analytics. Okay? So this course got you started with analytics. I would only say that you got started, but in order to apply, you have to actually work in practice and work on real life problems, and wherever you have an opportunity to work on new projects or new problems, do that. I already indicated platforms like Kaggle. Okay, they conduct competitions from time to time. So just go there and see what is going on in this field. And today there are several online platforms to learn more about analytics, where you will find a lot of problems to solve. Okay, so develop your skills further. Okay, the purpose of a course is to impart certain knowledge, skills, and attitude. Okay, we say it is competency based learning. So knowledge is what you got through the course, and certain skills, also skills to use technology like databases or work with some programming languages. So this is also covered. Attitude as to how to think, how to work with others, okay, and how to communicate a problem to, and how to communicate a solution to the decision makers. So these all require sort of mental prowess. All that will come by practice for you. Okay, so that's briefly about the BIA course, and I understand you will be practicing in the field of accounting and finance, and so you will be better understanding the problems in the domain. Okay, so you come from this side, you're entering the analytics from a particular domain or function, which is accounting. And then you need to master tools and techniques that are required to solve the problems. And that is what this course try to do for you. And I hope it helped you. So I'm open to questions. If you want to ask me any specific question or any concern you have about the course or any feedback about the course, you can ask me. I will be happy to respond to your questions. Maybe I can close this, or yeah.
So there's one particular question. The student wants to know the future opportunities, what he will get in this particular field, where he can shine it, and then what would be the scope of this course in future.
Future opportunities, I think you're talking about what career opportunities. Okay. So career, broadly speaking, I do not know if you're already employed. Some of you may be already employed, or some of you are seeking a job. Okay. So when you apply for, or when you try jobs, there are different job categories, right? So I'm not an expert in it, but there are platforms like LinkedIn, which is widely used today for professional network. Okay, so where you have to set up your profile, and so if you are positioning, you as someone seeking a job in the field of data science or analytics, etc., then this course will add to your profile. And you have to look at how to build your profile in a platform like LinkedIn or any job platform, okay? And describe what you have learned in the course very well. So you can look at the outline or the course philosophy, etc. And if you want to borrow words from there, you can. But be able to make BI and a part of your profile, because you are looking for job. And then you should also have keywords today. Keywords actually determine search results. Okay, if an employer is looking for certain candidates, they search based on keywords. Okay, so that is the secret of this matchmaking. Okay, so the supply and demand is actually matched in platforms. Like, what does Google do? You search keywords, and based on keywords, they match, the the supply side to you. In similar way, in your profile, use keywords like business intelligence, analytics, data science, data mining, uh, databases. This kind of keywords you can use, so that I'm just thinking as to, I'm not a job seeker, so I've not done this practically, but look at how to set up your profile and use the BIA course, your learnings from the course, to position yourself for jobs related to analytics, business analytics, uh, data science, um, data analytics. There are different terms for it. But my disclaimer would be that based on one course alone, you can't say that you have become an expert in analytics. It only shows your interest in the field. You have to supplement it with, say, certain other things. Okay, suppose you have done a course or you have done a project which involved a lot of data analysis. So you can actually combine it with BIA plus. Okay, what is it that you have done that actually talks about your competency in the field of analytics? Okay, so try to put things together and position you well. And you have to prepare for job interviews. I'm not an expert, but if I interview people, generally what I do is I don't ask very advanced questions. We do ask advanced questions if you are hiring for a PhD, or if you're hiring a PhD student. Of course, the question is different. But if it is for practicing field, we ask basic questions. Okay? So So for example, questions like what's the difference between mean, median, and mode? A lot of people get confused about these three measures. Why do you need three measures? And what is standard deviation? What is Six Sigma? So there are basic things in the field which you should be familiar with. Okay? And if you're able to talk about decision trees and random forest, and you don't know what is median and mode, people will have doubts about your competency because what do you call superficial knowledge. Okay? So ensure that you build from the foundations very well. Learn fundamental lessons in statistics, be able to articulate well. Okay? And so that's what I would say. They may give a small scenario to you and ask you which method will you use for a given small problem. Okay? That actually checks your thinking, your thought process. Okay? So a manager should be able to think in a sound way and approach the problem in a scientific and thoughtful way. Okay, so those are the sort of preparations I would say for any career, and definitely for data analytics, a career in data analytics. Would this help? I hope this small pointers help you. And if you're looking for more specific things, you can ask me.
So thank you so much, first of all. Even I got a very clear idea, being not in the commerce or accounts field itself, I got a very clear idea about the course as well, since I have not gone to the entire course completely. I want, even as in the student perspective, I wanted to have one more question. Say, for example, I just passed out my 12th standard because the ICMI students, there are certain kind of students who will be passing out 12th and they'll be doing the course from ICMI solely. Before their undergrad degree itself. So how would this course will be helpful for them? And in real life scenario, how do they can practice by applying whatever the concepts they learn from that? Because there was one student who asked me in the support mail, since I'm very new, so will I be able to do this? Will I be able to do that? Just I passed my inter level, I'm into final level. So will I be able to cope with it? The student was not confident in it. So I wanted a bit advice from your end for those kind of students.
What I generally do is, if someone is a fresher, say from 12th, and
Or
then
just passed. Or just completed 12th and completed their inter level, and they are right now into final level, kind of 20 to 23 kind of age category.
Inter level means how many years they have worked in accounting?
They do not have any work experience specifically, sir. They just completed their first level in their ICMI institute and they are into their next level. So basically, they would be in undergraduate or completed just their UG degree, kind of those students. Say if they wanted to have, because since they are thinking that this course is completely for those who completed the postgraduate or something, or this course will help only for those who are already working. Is it so, or will it be comfortable for those who are studying also?
Somebody doesn't have to be working to do this course, because here I teach this course, and many of them are freshers from after their undergraduation. Some of them have work experience. I also teach this course to executive MBA who come with, say, sometimes 10 years of experience and so on. Okay? So everyone has something in it. But if you are a fresher, then the attitude is all that matters. Okay? You should be willing to work hard. Okay? I talked about foundations, say statistics, basic statistics is a foundation. So what happens is when you start doing the course, you will listen to terminologies. For example, I talked about, say, a t-test, a simple t-test, and you get lost there. What is a t-test? What is a t? And then you do not understand it. And then the interpretation of the results is fully based on that particular data analysis technique in statistics. Okay, so what one should do is, don't assume that t-test. Oh, why should I care? It's not important for me. Okay, what next? You can skip it and skip, and keep doing this course. That is my fear. Finally, it will lead to something very superficial at the end, because many fundamental concepts you ignore. Okay, so that's where attitude is plays a significant role. Whenever you hear something which you don't understand, okay, challenge yourself. Well, here is something I want to know what it is. That is the foundation of education. If you don't have that need you create for yourself to learn or know, okay, the search or the doubt or the you're not satisfied till you find out what it is. So put yourself into that search mode or t-test. I need to go and find out what this is. Do I have a textbook on statistics? No. Do I have an online resource? There are plenty. So several world-class universities which has put up statistics right from foundations. Okay, go to Penn State statistics. Okay, so they start from very foundations, central tendency, dispersion. All that you learned in school, that is where they start, and they will take you up to the inferential statistics, up to regression, multiple regression, and multivariate techniques. So, the whole lot of lessons are available today online free if you want to learn. Okay. And then when you go to learn t-test, you find that, well, they talk about something else which you don't understand. Then you have to search for that. And then when you search, there is some other term which you don't understand. Then that is how you actually search and learn. But in this world of Gen AI today, you get everything summarized and you get it, and you believe that you know everything. The algorithm knows, but you don't know. Okay? So you become more and more weak in your knowledge, and the algorithms are getting faster and faster in their knowledge, okay, till the machine actually takes over man. So don't get enslaved to any tools. Be willing to find out and learn the fundamentals. Okay, and again, the problem will be that since you won't be using it day in and day out, you'll learn something and then you'll forget after some time, because this is a problem with everyone. So I wish you get into some work or some job, or you do an associated course where these techniques may further be used. Then you will keep updated on this. So the challenge is anyone can learn, I would say, but be willing to learn and don't skip anything. If you don't understand something, go and learn that in the course. That is all. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. That was a very clear explanation. And
Okay.
one more advice we would want is how the students who are willing to appear for the exam, because there are a lot of people who are yet to register for the final exam which we are conducting. And
Okay.
they're asking today, do we have any sample question papers to prepare for the exam? Or how do we prepare for the exam? Will it be tough? Because with the assignments itself, they found it, the course is not such easier that you do not watch videos, you directly go and take the assignments. It will not work out. So they wanted to have a piece of advice on how to prepare for the course or any reference books to prepare for the exam, basically the one which we are conducting on the coming 23rd. So any suggestions or how to prepare for the exam from your end, sir?
See, this particular course is being run for ICMI first time, so we won't have a question bank to share with the participants. But of course, we have two textbooks which are referred in the course. One is Han and others. Okay, 2023 edition. Then we have James and the others, ISL. Okay. The statistical learning, okay, introduction to statistical learning. Year I forgot. These are two books, okay, and for this I already said you get, this book is available online, and Hanatal 2023 edition you may have to buy, and or you have to look for PDF sources if it is available. I cannot give you any link because it goes against copyright. So, but you have to find out the learning resources. It is not supplied by NPTEL. Now, in order to prepare for the final exam, in addition to the assignments, the patterns would remain almost the same. You can work on such and similar problems at the exercise. Okay? The end of the book, you will find several exercises given. Okay? So look at exercises which are in the syllabus. You don't have to work out all problems. Okay? Specific to the discussion, for example, you have a portion on clustering. Okay, so go to the chapter on clustering and go to the exercise and try to work out the problems. And I believe NPTEL also gives the solutions at the end. So you may get answer keys also along with the exercises. So that will actually help you. Okay, and also there are a lot of sample questions and answers in online, which is because analytics is not a rare field today. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of practical training. So if it is related to your topic, you can always go and try to work out and do quizzes there. Yeah. But I would again stress that you read the materials that are referenced, go through the lectures thoroughly, because I also work out a lot of problems during the lectures and ensure that you have understood the principles. Okay? And then you must be able to do well in your examination also. And I have my TA's course, Balgopal has joined right here, and he will be able to address any specific concerns you may have about your questions. They've been working hard to prepare the right assignments and questions for you. And since this is being done first time, we had to be very sure. So a lot of preparation has gone to make it in line with your requirements. Okay. So do well, work hard. As my teacher, my father, high school mathematics teacher, who was also a priest, used to tell the shortcut to success is hard work. Okay, and there is no other shortcut. So work hard.
That was very true, sir. That's very true. And thank you so much, sir. So
Okay.
I guess most of the questions we have covered. So, sir, apart from this course who have completed, who have after this exam, there are students who will be appearing for the exam, and there will be next batch who will be coming in. What
Yeah.
else they can do additional courses along with this BIA course? Are there any additional courses specific which is demand in the market, something or other thing like that?
Well, I would suggest they can actually do. So one area where they can do more is probably the programming side. There are NPTEL courses on, say, Python programming alone. Yeah. There are many actually. They can go through the first lesson or second lesson and see which one is suiting them best. They can do that course. You can decide for yourself. So that is one they can do. There is also a course on data analysis. Data analysis, unlike analytics, focus more on the scientific techniques, not on practical problem solving. The BIA is about solving practical problems. Data analysis course, say, how do you test a hypothesis? So statistical hypothesis. So it provides all the test of hypothesis. I'm just giving an example. So, and how do you interpret results, etc. So a course on data analysis. So that will also be very helpful. Can't think of anything else. Okay, and if some of you are very confident on programming, data analysis, BIA, then you can migrate to machine learning, AI. A lot more courses are coming up. So that is for those who want to go advanced courses, etc. As a foundation, of course, there is already an existing course on introduction to statistics. There is a course, I believe, so they can also do this kind of courses.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So we'll now open it. So we'll see in case if any more students are raising their queries. So as far as the queries which I have received, I've clarified it with you, and that was a very, very brief explanation, and I was able to understand it well.
Okay.
So we'll wait and see for 5-10 minutes if someone is, raising any other questions. Whatever raised till now, we have clarified.
Oh.
Yeah, so all the students who are in live now, so I can see around a few students who are in live now. So you, in case if you need any more explanation or clarification from Professor Sir, you can either fill the Google form which is circulated or which is there in the YouTube description, or you can post it in the live chat as well. So one more thing out of my curiosity, I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Say if I wanted to do BIA course and I am not at all got introduced to any programming languages, or maybe you can say I don't like programming languages. Will that be possible?
Everything is possible. Nothing is impossible, right? But maybe you
True.
would like start somewhere here, uh, here, and
Yeah.
then I think this will be the path. So these are sort of
Okay.
more application oriented. Then you can go advanced to more advanced courses on there is deep learning, reinforcement learning. There's so many other advanced CS techniques which is related to AI. So that will be advanced, and this will be prior. So depending on where you stand, you can actually uh, work on other courses.
But it's better, no, it's best to go with the programming languages so that that will strengthen up the courses as per my knowledge.
Introduction to programming is
Yeah.
same, and the course on data analysis. All these are actually good preparation. Then you understand, so business intelligence is about business applications of this.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Out of my curiosity, even I wanted to have it to that side. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Sure, that may be clarifying to many others as well.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so I think they can be in touch with us if there is any further question. Valgopal would be right there to respond immediately. If anything else, of course, we can address that separately as well.
Sure,
Is that
sir.
okay?
Definitely. Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Thanks, and all the best to the participants for your final exams and also for your career.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, first of all, for your time and for explaining the courses and future opportunities in depth and very clear, so that there are so many students will be able to grab insights from this and they'll be able to decide their career after what they are going to do after this. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for organizing it so well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.